Well, I'm about to go see Batman v Superman right now, so let's see how this goes. All right, not what I was expecting. So I got a ticket for apparently parking in a handicap spot when I was watching Batman v Superman, so that sucks. So let's just get this review started. This is the second review for KV channel, and it's on Batman v Superman. I got a lot to say about this movie. First off, before I even start this review, and before anyone goes ape crap about this review, I just want everyone to know that I enjoyed this movie. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was cool. Okay, but does that make it a good movie? I don't think. Okay, oh my gosh, I don't even think. Okay, let's just start from the beginning. It's been almost 3 years since they announced Batman v Superman at Comic Con. Since then, I have been excited for this movie, and I've just been waiting to see this movie. And even though I was excited for the movie, I did see some red flags during the production of the movie. So, like, when the day that I found out that Ben Affleck was cast as Batman, I was livid. I hated that decision. I was really Ben Affleck. Like, there was even a petition to get Ben Affleck removed from the role. And how do I know that? Well, because I'm one of the people that signed a petition, that's why. So that being said, what did I think about Batman? Or what did I think about Ben Affleck as Batman? You know, he did an amazing job. I have to admit it, he did great. He was fantastic as Bruce Wayne. He was fantastic as Batman, so he looked pretty bad in the suit. So, um, Henry Cavill, Superman, he did another great job. I enjoyed him in Man of Steel, so he did well again in this movie. However, I did feel like this movie was more of a Batman movie than Superman. So more of the spotlight was on Batman. But Wonder Woman did great. She wasn't in the movie that much, but in the scenes that she was in the movie, she did good. I guess she had a few lines there, and her entrance to like the final battle, I believe, was pretty epic. But other than that, I had nothing much to say about her. She was okay, I guess. Um, Another good thing I liked about the movie was the references to Justice League, or the future of the Justice League. There is a cool part, and I don't want to spoil it. There is a cool part where they go in. They talk about well, they don't talk about it, but so the future of Justice League. So that scene is pretty cool. Other than that, like, that's all I pretty much liked about the movie. Like, that's it. So even though I said, like, I did enjoy the movie, I just see I there's so many dislikes that I have about the movie that, okay, let's just first off, the movie was poorly edited. Like, holy crap! Even the superhero in any superhero movie. I don't know if I'm over exaggerating, but this movie I feel was so poorly edited. Like, in the beginning, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but in the beginning, like, you go from scene after scene after scene, and it doesn't flow well. Like, I was constantly asking, yo, what was that? Wait, where did that come from? Oh, now we're here, and then, like, no, it doesn't happen like once or twice. I'm talking about, like, multiple times. Like, I'm just like, wow. If I'm confused, I bet my wife's confused, and it gets to the point where I feel like that happens so many times that it does become boring. Like, there was one point where I'm just like, I'm bored. I just don't know where they're going with this. I don't know where they're going with the story, and it gets bad when I felt bad for my wife that, like, she I knew she was getting bored. She was getting tired of the movie because it just you just don't know, like, what is going on, like, what is happening. But another thing that I don't like is the motivation for the characters, like Batman. Okay, we all know from the trailers that Batman is mad at Superman for the events that happened in Man of Steel, but there's a point in the movie that you're just like, did Batman just totally forget about Superman? Like, I honestly was like, okay, so I think Batman's over it, like, because Batman focuses on something else. Well, it eventually, ties it all in, but I was just thinking like, okay, I guess he just totally forgot about Metropolis and whatever happened there. But another motivation, like I kept asking, like, why is Lex Luthor like, why did he want Batman and Superman to fight so badly? I guess you can argue that Lex Luthor, is intimidated by Superman, um, about like that Superman is so powerful that he's intimidated and he's trying to like, erase him from existence just in case like Batman wants to do, but you're never told that. Like you have to assume that. That's another things I didn't like about the movie is that you have to assume a lot of things. You have to assume like why like Batman is doing what he's doing in the beginning of the movie, like what's going on. And then okay, there are dream sequences that happen like with Batman that I just like. Why did you guys show that? Like, what was the point of that? I'm constantly asking, what Lex Luthor? Why are you doing this? I know you're evil, but why? Like, give me a reason. Did you had a horrible childhood? Did you get abused? What is going on? Like, tell me. Like, show me something. But the motivation. It you have to assume a lot of things with this movie. Um, Another thing, Doomsday. It's no secret that Doomsday comes into the movie because Lex Luthor brings him in to like fight Batman and Superman. And I honestly believe Doomsday was just put in the movie just because we needed a bad guy in the end to fight. And really, that's pretty much it with Doomsday. Another thing, does Doomsday have a motivation? Not really. He just wants to like he's just wild. He just like wants to destroy stuff apparently. So Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman have to stop him. That's it. Like like he doesn't want to take over the world. He doesn't want to like rid the world from good guys. He's just a monster. He just wants to destroy stuff. And I guess, oh my gosh, what else? What else that I didn't like about the movie? Okay, another thing I didn't like about the movie. I know I'm just like nitpicking this movie apart, and it seems like I don't like the movie, but this is just like this is just why I just didn't like the reasons why I didn't like this movie. Even though I said I enjoyed it, but still, like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, what the fetch did like what were they doing? So we all know. Well, okay, for apparently from the trailers you can see that Batman is mad at Superman because of what happened in Man of Steel, because of all that destruction that happened. And I assumed that Batman was gonna, fight Superman because of that, and Superman is gonna fight Batman because he wants to stop Batman from being a vigilante and like doing all this cruel stuff. Okay, and by the way, Batman could be possibly be the most violent Batman we've ever seen, which isn't bad, which is I think is pretty awesome. He's pretty bad in the movie. That's what I thought. Like I thought that's how they're going to clash. But really, it's not. That's not really how it happens. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just going to say that there is a reason that brings these two together. Like there's a main reason why one side has to fight the other. Like you didn't need that in this movie. So I just like it wasn't necessarily. So okay, so I can keep going and going about what I didn't like about the movie, but I don't want to make this video way too long. So that being said, Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. It was an okay film. I would give it out of 1 out of 10, 6.5. I am really curious to see how the fans react to this movie. So far with the critics on Rotten Tomato, it's been doing really poorly. It has 30% on there, so the critics aren't liking it. But I really want to see if I'm on the majority. Like, on this movie or the minority, but I'm really curious to see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, the movie's gonna be a big financial success, but critically, I just want to see how that works. So, guys, I really want to hear your opinions. Please comment below, like the video. What do you guys think about the Batman v Superman? And this was the second video of KB channel. Promise to make it a little more entertaining next time, but I just had a lot to say about this video. So, thank you. Have a good night.